All right. Welcome in. We are having an interesting conversation today. What does $250,000 to $350,000 get you in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
That is what we're talking about today.
Well, in the Grand Strand, really.
Yeah,
not just Myrtle Beach.
That's true, and not just Myrtle Beach, but in the Grand Strand specifically. So that could be Pawleys Island, Murrells Inlet, Surfside Beach, North Myrtle Beach, Cherry Grove, Carolina Forest, any of it. But if you're looking for something under $350,000, let us know in the comments. If you think you can still get something that you would like here in any of these areas, let us know in the comments.
Or if any of these surprise you, because you might be like, oh, you can get that house for that cheap,
That's right.
I mean, you might be surprised.
This is an interesting conversation. We did this last week. A lot of people had a lot of questions, had some great comments, and there was a lot of interest because right now, I think, especially with the affordability conversation, this is really important. So we're going to cover everything from fixer-uppers to what's available under $350,000. And we're going to talk about it all tonight. So,
okay.
All right. So let's get started. So we, of course, as usual, have slides. We'll put them on and then we're going to take them off so that we are not like taking up the whole screen with slides, but we will put it up for a little bit each time.
Okie dokie.
All right. Here we go. So let's start with $250,000 to $350,000.
These are single family homes.
Detached homes.
Yes.
We talked about this last time. So if you're with us, then you're an expert on this, but detached.
Yeah. So throughout the Grand Strand, which is Horry and Georgetown counties, there's currently 1,590 homes on the market. Now, a bunch of those are actually pending, but you never know if a pending
could come back on the market.
Yeah. This has been a weird time where like a lot of buyers have been backing out of contracts. So you never know. But this is the total that are not closed yet on the market. They range from 2 to 6 bedrooms, 2 to 3 bathrooms, and all the way up to 3,600 heated square feet.
Yes.
I feel like that's like a gigantic house for that price.
I think it is too. I also think it's a lot of active listings.
It is. It is.
1,590. So,
but that's in 2 counties. And think about how big Horry's the largest county in South Carolina.
Yeah, I think Georgetown is a little misleading because it's farther away. So,
Georgetown County. Well, you've got Surfside, the south part of it, Murrells Inlet, Pawleys Island, Litchfield.
But I'm just saying, like, that's about probably, what is that?
Maybe because you could be like Andrews, Green Seed, like those are in Georgetown County, correct?
So, but this is really interesting. So 1,590 active listings for single family detached.
So we went through and kind of selected a few in the different parts of town to give you some examples of some good listings and I picked the ones that are actually still available that aren't under contract yet. So we could look at something, and if you see it, you might be interested. So do you want to start with Longs? Because I wanted to pull this one up because this is the one that's 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It's the 3,600 square feet one.
Okay, let's
so
put that
I feel like this is like the best deal, right? In town.
So this is a perfect example of what is available.
It was built in 2021.
Yes.
I mean, you have a newer home, large, ready to go.
Yes.
And you're a little further from the beach, right? In Longs. So you're a little bit further from the beach, but look what you're getting.
Yeah, for $317,000, I think it's great.
Yeah. I mean, that's an amazing steal.
3,600 heated square feet for $317,000.
Yeah.
I would be interested to know if you're watching or if you're watching later, can you match this where you're living? Where are you living? And is this something that's comparable to where you are? Because I know in a lot of places in the country, this would be double.
Well, even in like, let's say Carolina Forest, you're typically not going to get this kind of square footage bedrooms for that price. So this was actually the biggest and the most bedrooms on the market right now. And it wasn't the highest price either, because we went all the way up to $350,000. And as you see, this is only listed for $317,000.
That's right.
I mean,
that's even the crazier part.
Yeah. So, but you'll see it will change as we go to North Myrtle Beach. There's not as many options in the North Myrtle Beach area. So do you want to pull up the North Myrtle Beach listing? Because this actually, the cool
This is Windy
thing,
Hill.
yeah, the cool thing about this one is for all of our buyers that are like, I hate being in an HOA. I don't want an HOA. This home is just blocks to the beach. It is east of Business 17. So you're like right by Barefoot Landing area in North Myrtle Beach, the southern part of North Myrtle Beach. And you could drive a golf cart to the beach, walk to the beach if you like walking. And it's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and of course, 1344 heated square feet. So you can see how as you get closer to the coast, you're getting a little less home for your money. But if you're looking at something, a beach home, a second home, like something to live in by the beach.
But what a
this
difference
would be a
too,
great,
to give someone a good idea of
Yeah.
something that's close to the beach.
Well, you're getting
versus
older, you're getting
older.
smaller.
That's right. You're getting older, you're getting smaller. And I did a reel this week talking about how kind of the new thing is knock down stuff on the ocean and put up a monster mega mansion. And this is old Myrtle Beach. This is old North Myrtle Beach, the quaint little homes that are near the beach. That's what you're looking at.
Yeah, I just talked to an agent the other day about a listing he has in North Myrtle Beach that he's like perfect tear down.
Yeah,
it's a really older home, but it's the lot price that you're buying, not really the house. So, but this is what you could get. So, but you could still be a single family home, walking distance to the beach in North Myrtle Beach for under $350. Do you not think that's amazing?
I think it is amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what really, when you show a home and you talk about it, it really hits home more than just saying it.
And this is available right now. Like this is active on the market. So if you want to see it, let us know.
Yeah. But this is really cool. And so we're showing you homes that are actually available. They're active right now.
Yeah. And in these, like our area, as you've seen, if you watch our market updates, we're typically closing anywhere from 3 to 5% off of the list price. So this is the list price of these homes, and you might even get a little bit better price at the end of the day.
That's right. That's right.
But we're moving next to Carolina Forest area, which we talk about a lot. And this is a typical home in this price point you would see, but I kind of pulled a neighborhood that is very desirable, the Farm. It's really close to the beach. You're about 10 to 15-minute drive, depending on traffic from this home. So, but you're in Carolina Forest school system. You're still just under $350 barely, but you can see how Carolina Forest, you get a little higher price as well. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1,800 heated square feet, little ranch home.
Yeah. And you're basically right in the thick of it. Like it's a great location.
It's a great location.
The Farm is a great location. The neighborhood is a great location.
It might not be the beach getaway like North Myrtle Beach.
That's right.
Or the huge size out in nowhere like Longs, but this is like you want to be around people in a great neighborhood, great community. And
this is more of like master plan community type neighborhood. So Farm has been very popular.
It used to be like the top selling neighborhood in town for a long time.
For a long time.
For a long time.
For sure.
But that's a sample of what you could get in Carolina Forest. But if we're moving into the city of Myrtle Beach, a popular place, if you want to move to the next house, a popular place around here is called the Market Common. Do y'all know the Market Common? Love the Market Common? Hate the Market Common? Let us know. But if you love it, and we have a lot of clients that do, because you can take a golf cart right to the movies, to dinner. There's walking trails. There's playground. I mean, there's so much to do in the Market Common area, and you're only a couple miles from the beach. That's the best part about it too. So it's a master plan community closer into the beach. You're within the city limits of Myrtle Beach. This is in the Summit at the Meridian, and that's in the Market Common district. But again, you're getting
one car.
You're getting smaller. You know, you've got 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, only 1,360 square feet, 1 car garage only, and it's because you are in the desirable area of the Market Common and that close to the beach. So the prices all depend on what's around you, like how much convenience is around you, how close the beach is.
Well, if you think about it, like, I don't know, it depends on what you're looking for, but the Market Common is really cute little quaint place where people drive around in golf carts. There's all the restaurants, there's shopping, there's
Barnes
a movie
and Nobles,
theater.
Pottery Barn, I love
Yeah,
it.
Pottery Barn, all the like little shops and stuff like that.
But you could take
Park.
a golf cart to the beach.
They do the farmers market there. They do all kinds of stuff, festivals.
Yeah.
There's the lakes and the playgrounds and all that stuff. So it's a neat little area. And so you're right by down the street from that.
And if y'all haven't checked it out, make sure to do so. We love sending people to the Market Common. It's a really cool place to be. So, but again, you get a little less for your money there, but I mean, you could get this size and be in a condo versus this is giving you a house.
Absolutely.
So if you want to be in a detached home, this is a great option.
Yeah, exactly.
Now moving down to Surfside Beach, there's less options again, kind of like North Myrtle, but again, they're smaller cities than Myrtle Beach. So Surfside, Garden City Beach area, I kind of lump them in because it's kind of a small area, but this is in Harbour Village. So you could get 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1,700 square feet, so a little bit bigger. And this has a golf course view. So if you are into golfing, something like this might be appealing to you.
Which a lot of our clients want.
Yes.
We have a lot of clients that come here. They either want Market Common, they want golf view or ocean view.
Yeah.
If you're coming for second homes, that's what we find.
Oh, second homes, yeah.
Second homes, yeah. Unless you're moving here.
Or either like somebody living here too.
Yeah.
But
1756. So it's interesting to see again how close it is to the ocean. You can see there on the map.
And that's by the Tupelo Bay golf course. If you're familiar, if you're a big golfer, this is what this is right by. But as you can see, it's quite close to the ocean as well. So you're only a few miles from the beach.
Absolutely.
So again, that's a great option for people.
And I'm curious if you're looking for something under $350,000 in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or in Surfside, in Pawleys Island, in Murrells Inlet. Let us know. We're just interested to know what exactly you are looking for in the area. And if you have something in this price point, but we're trying to show you what you can get from $250 to $350 right now in any of these areas.
Well, in Pawleys Island, which is the next one, there's only one home. So Pawleys Island is a little more expensive part of the Grand Strand. And so I'm sure somebody's going to jump on this quickly. Well, this is Murrells Inlet first, so we'll talk about Pawleys Island. But again, Murrells Inlet starts to get a little more expensive, and then Pawleys Island as well. But this is in the Prince Creek area, which is a master planned area like Carolina Forest in the Murrells Inlet city. And this home is 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1,100 and a little over 1,100 square feet. But again, you get a little less for your money in Murrells Inlet.
Yeah, yeah. It's a nice area though. I like that community. The community's got a really neat feel. It's gated.
You have a TPC golf course.
Some parts are gated.
Yeah, you have a TPC golf course within Prince Creek. And so a lot of people like to go to that. And you have everything from 55 and up neighborhoods, gated communities, custom home neighborhoods, track home neighborhoods. I mean, you've got it all in the Prince Creek greater little area in Murrells Inlet. But you're really close to the Marsh Walk and still close to Myrtle Beach and everything it has to offer, not too far from the airport. And you've got Huntington Beach State Park.
Yep.
Convenient. So that's a great place to go to the beach. But again, you can get a home in all the towns we're talking about. So
that's right.
Except for Pawleys Island, who's only one. So first come, first serve.
Oh boy, here we go.
The Pawleys Island one.
Heads up.
Surprisingly, it is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, but it's only like barely over 1,000 heated square feet.
Let's see what we got.
So,
Boom.
If you want to be under 350, this is where you're, have the option. It's listed under 300. So,
but it tells you about the areas. So
yeah, this does.
It gives you a good idea of like what you're going to get in each area.
That's right.
And so you're getting something smaller, very desirable area.
And that's what I tell clients all the time. Like, you have to decide what's most important to you. The size of the home. Are you close to the beach? Are you close to shopping or other conveniences? Because all of that matters when it comes to your budget and what you can get for your budget. Because we do have something for everybody's budget, but it just might not be the same house you want. Like, you couldn't get a 5,000 square foot house a block from the beach for $3 $50.
Well, I think that's fair too. Like, it doesn't matter where you go in the country, there's going to be a limit to what you can get in a certain price point. What's that?
You can take that.
Oh, okay. So there's going to be a limit to what you can get in a certain price point. New York City, LA, like you're going to be price yourself out of an area eventually. But if you want to be in Polly's, what would you say are the things you think about when you think about Polly's? I know what I think about.
Okay. Alligators is the first thing that comes to my mind, because every house I show there on the water has an alligator in the backyard. That is not what I think about. What I think about is they're very good at keeping the look and feel the same. So if they put up a McDonald's, the McDonald's is going to look like all the other buildings. It's kind of that type of area. Yeah. Very specific.
You can't just put it up however you want it to be put up. It's going to look, they're all going to have the same look. It's that type of town.
But it's that southern charm town. Litchfield Beach, Polly's Island, together they have all the live oak trees just dripping in the moss, and it's just a really nice area. There's tons of golf courses that are beautiful there, and you've got the ocean right there. And Polly's Island that you can go to the beach offers free parking. That's very unique to our area. But it's a smaller place because you're not as close to the conveniences of Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, like all the attractions, the movies, the airport. You're a little more remote to that, but you're still a beach town.
That's right. That's right.
So you love it.
I do love it. I love the feel. Because it feels like that southern area, that southern charm that you like, you know, when you're in the South.
And we love to go to the hammock shops when we're down there. Let us know if you've been there. If not, go there.
I have heard, I don't know for sure, but I have heard that they have milkshakes with alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Someone told me that recently.
Yeah.
So
we love it. Yeah.
Should that be important to you? You
can go to the hammock shops. It's cute little area in the live oaks all around. It's very adorable. So
yeah.
But so that's the kind of single family homes from the northernmost part of our area, inland a little, and down to Polly's Island, which is towards the south part of the area. So that gives a good idea of different things you can get.
And so that'll help. Now we're going to talk about oceanfront. So let's talk about oceanfront.
Yeah. So let's start. So in general, there's 168. Would you think there was going to be more oceanfront condo listings? And these aren't just direct oceanfront. These are any condos in an oceanfront building. So it could be ocean view or not.
So what's the question you're asking?
There's only 168 listings available. Would you think that there would have been more in this price point?
I would have thought there would have been more.
I was kind of surprised by
168 seems really low.
Yeah. We had more that were actually under 250. But you can find, so depending on the building, again, it's like the area, the location, the building. You can have an efficiency and pay $350, or you can have a 3-bedroom and pay $350.
Yeah.
So when people say, hey, I like this 3-bedroom on the ocean front for $350, I'm like, well, we need to talk, because it's not all just about the price. Sometimes you need to consider other things with the building.
That's right.
And the location and the reason it's that.
It's very nuanced. And if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get into trouble.
On the ocean front, yeah.
On the ocean front.
If you're purely looking at price tag.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can't just look at price. You can't just look at HOA fees. You have to consider everything. You have to consider where on the boulevard. You have to consider the building. So many things to consider, but everybody just thinks, here's the price, must be great. And then they don't think it through.
Well, I think the biggest issue is, you mentioned HOA fees. The number that you see online on Zillow, that all my clients say on Zillow, it said this, that number is irrelevant, really, because that number includes different things at every building. So one might have no insurance included in that number, and one might have insurance included in that number. And that is a huge chunk of that number.
That's right.
So think about it. If they're like 500 and you're like, oh my gosh, this HOA is so much lower than everywhere else. And then, oh, wait a minute, there's also another 400 a month, if you break it down, insurance added to that. Or this one's so expensive, but it includes the electric in the unit, all your insurance, your HO6 insurance, everything. Like, oh, you have that one bill, that's it. So when you're looking at an oceanfront condo online and you see a high HOA fee, you cannot just say, I'm ruling it out, or you see a low HOA fee and you can't just say I'm buying it. You really need to be aware of that number, because that is not really the truth, the whole truth.
Absolutely. We have a question, and it's a good question. Agnes says, anything by the beach in this price range under 400K?
Well, single family homes, we just showed the one that's really closest. If you get on the ocean, I mean, you're at millions now, but so let's talk about this. Let's answer your question, and we'll start at North Myrtle Beach if you want to go to the listing.
We're going to
Because
show
I kind of
that
picked out some different styles of buildings and a good example of what is available. So this is Seaside Inn Resort in North Myrtle Beach, and you can get for $255,000 a 2-bedroom, 2 full bath in a condo building that was built in 2006.
So let's just put that in perspective. So to answer Agnes's question, like this is the first one, there's going to be many here, but you can get a 2-bed, 2-bath oceanfront condo.
Yeah, this is direct oceanfront.
This is direct oceanfront.
Yeah.
For $255,000.
Yeah.
I mean, where else? I'm sure there's some place, maybe, but not many, where you're going to buy oceanfront for $255,000. 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
And this is a cute little boutique building in North Myrtle Beach. It's kind of like central North Myrtle Beach. The HOA is $1,722 per month for this, but that includes everything: your electric, water, sewer, trash, HO6 insurance, your building insurance, all of the stuff. So, and when you think about it for 2 bedrooms, that's really in line. Once you add up all the fees in all the 2 bedrooms, it's really in line with what you're expecting to pay. And I think that's the problem. And we've talked about that, is a lot of people say, well, my budget's really low, but I want a condo because I can afford one for $250,000, $300,000. And they don't think about that HOA price, because that's another mortgage payment on top of the price of the condo.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's a really important thing. So you got to consider all the costs. We say this all the time. You have to consider it all. I'm not going to say that buying a single family home, it's definitely less complicated if you were going to not come down and get a professional. So, but I still think you should do it, meaning a real estate agent.
There's flood zones.
There's
and
flood
different
zones.
things
There's
about
so
the
many
area.
things.
Yeah.
But the complication is like magnifies 5 times when you look at oceanfront.
Especially oceanfront, even versus off oceanfront condos.
Yeah,
so it
magnifies quite a bit. So I definitely think you need to consider everything, and you need to get a professional.
But if you think about, if you have all your fees included, like we own one condo that has everything included, it's so nice. I literally pay the mortgage and the HOA, the 2 bills. It's it.
Yeah.
And that's so nice. Other condos were paying HO6 and electric. And so anyway, but let's move into.
This is the Strand.
Yeah, this is in Myrtle Beach. So this is a little bit north of the boardwalk, but still on the strip. We're really close to Broadway at the beach, the convention center, the sports complex. So this is going to draw people to your condo all year round if you want to use it as a short-term rental. This is 2 beds, 2 full baths. But the interesting thing about this one, and why I picked this one, to show you the different options you have throughout town. This is a lockout unit. So
like those.
Yeah. So what that means is you could use it and rent it out as a 2-bedroom, or you could lock out the door in between. Like if you've been to a Hilton or whatever and you have those adjoining rooms, you can lock that, and then it has 2 entrance doors, and you can rent one as an efficiency and one as a 1-bedroom with a kitchen.
Yeah.
So that way, we even have some clients that say, well, I'm going to keep the efficiency for myself and just never rent it out. And I'm just going to rent out the 1-bedroom, and then I'm going to pay. It's going to pay for itself, and I have a place to go stay. Or it just gives you more flexibility when you're renting it out to get income in different ways.
I love lockout units. I think they're great because it gives you a chance to have 2 separate units, technically.
Yeah.
One you could rent out for income, one you could use if you didn't want to do that. The other one could pay for the other one, right?
And the lockout units don't come on the market that often.
They really don't.
They are sprinkled around town, but you just have to kind of scoop them up when they come out. But this is a direct oceanfront lockout, and it really gives you a lot of flexibility and possibilities. I think the Strand is a great location.
It's a great location.
I love the location.
This is right in the middle of where you want to be. It's a great location, and
But
2-bedroom, 2-bath for $279 in Myrtle.
The one we just saw was built in 2006. in North Myrtle. This is built in 87. So this
Yeah.
is a little bit older building, but they've redone the outside. It's cute.
You're going to deal with a lot of that though anywhere on the beach.
Yeah, all
the
across.
buildings are older. So that's definitely something that you're going to deal with.
And this one is $14.56 a month HOA. Has pretty good rental history of 55 to 59,000 a year is what they've been bringing in on this condo. So
that's interesting. So think about that. You buy it for $279, 55 to 59,000 a year in rental income. Yeah. So that's.
And they have a front desk here. You could choose to rent it through the front desk or not, but this was renting it through the front desk. So let's move to Surfside Garden City Beach.
I think we should take a look at that unit.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Okay. So
Sand dollar.
What you're going to find more in Garden City Surfside Beach aren't really as many high-rise buildings. You're going to find the low-rise. So this gives you a good example of a low-rise style oceanfront building. This is a corner unit, 2 full bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, just under $350. And Surfside Garden City area is very desirable for like different people. Just they say, I love that area. I want to be in that area only. It is just south of Myrtle Beach. Yeah,
that's exactly right. You're going to find low rises. These are specifics. You'll find people that are like, hey, this is the area they want to be in. Sometimes it's a community, sometimes it's a part of the beach, but we get requests for places like this all the time.
Now, typically a low rise building is going to have a little bit lower HOA. Main reason is those elevators are very expensive on those high rise buildings, but something to consider if you don't want to use stairs. Many of the low rise or mid rise don't have elevators. So, but this one HOA is only $905 for a 2-bedroom. That's pretty good. And the thing you're going to pay on top of that is your HO6 and your electric.
And don't forget to, when they're low rises or they're older buildings, that could mean more upkeep or things going wrong and less people to pay for it. And
well, this is like a wood framed building where the high rises are concrete and steel. A lot of people like the wood frame buildings. They feel like it's like old school beachy feeling, but same with that area in general. But just, it's again, your own personal preference. And there's 100%. Low rise buildings like this scattered again, North Myrtle, Myrtle, Garden City down. So,
all right.
So
now we're on to Polly's oceanfront.
Yeah. So there's not a ton, of course, and you're going to get less for your money. So this is an efficiency unit for $325. But again, it's a desirable part of Litchfield Beach.
So wait, are you saying that Polly's is more desirable than Myrtle Beach?
No, but it's just a different pricing, as you saw in the single family homes. Same for the oceanfront condos here. So you can get an oceanfront condo in this budget, but you're looking at a smaller unit and it's a little bit older, but it is direct oceanfront and it's cute.
I like the outside of this building.
Yeah,
it's got the turquoise. Yeah. What's nice about a lot of these older places is you feel like you're in the ocean.
Yeah.
Like the high rises, it's like, okay, you're on the 20th floor and you can see everything, which is great, or 7th floor. But when you're on the low rises, it feels like you're actually just right there on the beach. And it's just,
well, a lot of times they are closer to the beach because their amenities aren't as big, or they have the pool on the backside. So I can see how you feel that way. But because it's an efficiency, so typically what happens with the HOA fees is you have a less HOA fee for a smaller unit, even in the same building, as you do for a bigger unit. So your HOA is going to charge based on the size of your condo. And so this one, being an efficiency unit, is only $603 per month. And that includes your building insurance, trash, water, sewer, internet, pest control, all the amenities. And this is by the True Blue and Caledonia golf courses. So you've got golf courses around, you've got the beach, a little getaway, not crazy HOA fees. So if you're like, I'll pay cash and maybe keep a manageable HOA fee, then this is a good option.
I think it is. It's a great option. And it's interesting how there's one.
Yeah. There was 4, 2 of them are under contract, and then this, this is the better of the ones.
Again, I'm interested to know if you are looking to buy anything in the $250,000 to $350,000 price point.
Or sell.
If you're interested in buying or selling $250,000 to $350,000 in any of these areas, let us know. You can put anything in the, put a comment in the chat, or you can contact us. The number at the bottom, 704-910-9111, or just email info@carolinacraftedhomes.com. Let us know, because we want to help you. And we get a lot of people who will reach out to us and ask these questions. That's why we're putting this together. Everybody wants to know, what can I get in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for $250,000 to $350,000? And that's why we're having these conversations. So hopefully this helps.
Yeah. And you can get a variety. So,
all right, Polly's. Right,
yeah,
we just did
Polly's.
that. So now we're doing.
Now we're going to talk about condos and townhouses off of the beach, which the benefit to that, a lot of these are still convenient to the beach, but you have a lower HOA because you're not direct oceanfront. You typically can get a larger unit for the money, and even a townhouse. So if you're somebody that doesn't want a single family home, maybe you don't want the maintenance of it, you want somebody to take care of the whole outside for you, this is a great option. And there are many condos and townhomes that do have at least a 1-car, 2-car garage. So there is that option too.
Yeah,
you can kind of feel like a single family home a little bit. But
interesting, 554 listings.
Yeah, 554 throughout the whole Grand Strand. And those range from efficiency units, again, to the 4-bedroom condos, 1 to 3 bathrooms, and up to 2,400 square feet. So that's a large condo.
I think it is too. And I'm really interested, if you are watching this now or in the future, if you live anywhere near the beach or just in your city or town, what would you pay for something this size?
Yeah.
What would you pay for something that's a 1.3 or a 1.1 and 2,400 square feet? What would you pay? I'm just curious.
It'll be different depending on the part of town we're in too.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
The thing is, a quick caveat, if you're thinking, I want a second home, a vacation rental property here, a lot of these might not work for you, because a lot of things off the oceanfront, we've said it before, I'll say it again, don't fall in love yet when you look at these listings. Call us and see if it's available to be rented short term, because a lot of them off the oceanfront are not. They have restrictions, and you can't do that. So anyway, it can be great if you're using it as a second home or a home that you're living in. But if you're looking to do a short-term rental, you need to let us or your agent know that, because that will change the game.
Absolutely.
So let's start in North Myrtle Beach.
North Myrtle.
And so I want to put in a lot of different things. So this is a brand new townhouse community. So you can get a brand new townhouse by Ryan Homes, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a little over 1,400 heated square feet, $279,900. Garage,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. And just so you know, if you haven't ever heard of Ryan Homes, they're a regional builder. They're sizable. They're not like, I would consider them national, even though they're not. Yeah. They're not all over the country, but they're pretty much
big. A lot of people on the East Coast know.
Yeah, they're pretty big. They're a pretty big builder. So,
but this is in the Cherry Grove area, which is the northern part of North Myrtle Beach, more towards the North Carolina border. But you're at $415 a month, which includes water, sewer, your cables, and then the amenities. They have a pool, playground, fire pit, dog parks, private dock with the potential to get a boat slip. So if you're into that lifestyle, this could be a good option. And access to the Freedom Boat Club.
Oh, the boat club.
If you want to be convenient and you don't want to own a boat because it's too much trouble, or maybe it's a second home, but you still want to use one, join the Freedom Boat Club. You just walk over there and get your boat.
That gets me excited. I'm not crazy about
the great option.
Yeah, it is a great option. They only have certain boats, though, if that's what you want to do. I would love to have a boat one day, those of you that know me. But anyway, that's why I get excited about boats.
But they have a lot of like pontoon, the kind of boats that people around here
pontoon like. And, well, that's what they have there at Freedom Boat
Club. And the nice thing is you call them, they have it ready for you, gassed up, you get on, you bring it back.
And you get off.
Done.
Yeah.
And if you can walk there from your neighborhood, that's even better. So
100%.
Anyway, that's kind of a really cool option for people for a primary, secondary investment property. Now we're going to move inland because we talked about Loris when we talked about single family homes in the outskirts of town. And that's why we're hitting more of the coastline for condos and townhomes. In the outskirts, it's really more single family homes. You don't have as many condo townhouse projects as you get when you're more
Inland.
high density area, like the coastal parts of Grand Strand. So
Actually,
this
I'm
is
kind of shocked at the price of this. Oh, this is townhome.
This is a townhouse in Burning Ridge, which is a golf course, if y'all know. It's a very older, more established type of feel where this is located, but you do have a garage. You've got 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and over 1,500 heated square feet. And I believe this one's on the golf course view. So the HOA is only $420 a month. And that includes water, sewer, trash, pest control, and the pool. And this was built in 2006. So I feel like that was just yesterday, but now I'm thinking it's 20 years old. But I know. A lot of people like this part of Conway because it's close to the university. It's closer to the beach side. You're not really far into Conway. And you've got the golf course right there. You have Wild Wing Golf Course close by too. So a lot of things convenient to this location, but it's less maintenance because it's a townhouse instead of a single family home. Once you get right outside of Myrtle Beach, you can get something like that. But we're going to move to the Carolina Forest area, which is just east of Conway. It's kind of in between Conway and the beach is where Carolina Forest is. And you're not going to get as much for your money there for the most part. But this I pulled because it's a really cool neighborhood. It's a resort style amenities. You have really awesome. We did a video on our channel touring Tuscany neighborhood, and you can see these townhomes and stuff. So make sure to watch that. But
3-bed, 3 full bath.
There's like a movie theater in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's got cool amenities, clubhouse, stuff like that.
I've shown these I even showed these. My mom was considering one here.
Yeah, for $350.
But they're large. They're large.
They are large.
It's a quiet neighborhood, no short-term rentals.
What's the square footage on this bad boy?
This one is it's almost 2,400 heated square feet.
Wow,
that's a good size.
That's a nice. That's bigger than our townhome we had in the city in Charlotte. 349,000, just under 2,400 square feet, 3-bed, 3 full bath, 2-car garage.
Yeah, and I think this is
not far
a
from
convenient
the beach,
location. You're not I would say 15 minutes to the beach from here.
Roughly, yeah.
So, and you're right by the outlet malls. You're by Arrowhead Golf Club if you want to golf there. It's kind of on the southern side of Carolina Forest across 501, but it's a super cute neighborhood.
Absolutely.
And it feels like very residential and quiet there. So I wanted to show that one for Carolina Forest. But let's move into Myrtle Beach. So we are going to give you one that you can do short-term rentals. So if you're interested in short-term rental type, Magnolia North. So this is in the city limits of Myrtle Beach. It's right by Broadway at the beach. And you could take a golf cart from here to the beach. It's only a couple miles. And it's 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. You have the golf course right there as well.
That's right.
We have a lot of golf courses.
Yeah, I mean, basically anything we ever show you, we could probably say, oh, and it's right by a golf course.
Well, a lot of condos and townhomes in town are centered around golf course communities if they're not on the beach, because it's a draw for people that want that kind of thing. So you have the Myrtlewood golf course.
This one is 3-2, 1,400 square feet.
And these are nice condos and newer. It was built in 1999. Again, I feel like that's newer, but we have a lot of older condos too. So, but it's a super cute neighborhood and a great location. I feel like if you want to be central, relatively close to the beach, all the attractions, and you want to be able to rent it short term, the draw for your renters will be that you have the golf course right there.
Well, not just that, you got the golf course, but if you have short-term rental, they can hop on the road and bam, they're right across the street from Broadway.
You just go down the avenue straight to the beach. You hit the beach from the end of the avenue. So, but you're close to everything. Again, you get a larger unit for the price. You could never get that size on.
The scary trek in a golf cart across.
People do it all the time. So
17.
Make sure to check out our golf cart laws. We do have a video on that as well. So if you're thinking about that, just watch that first so you don't get in trouble. Moving down to Garden City, Surfside Beach, there is a lot of options off of the water as well. But this is another great buy because it's D.R. Horton. So they're one of the best price per square foot builders in town. This is another townhouse complex. You have 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, over 1,400 square feet, under 300,000. Brand new.
Brand new. That's
and
crazy.
just really close to the beach.
Yeah. And so again, if you're talking about affordability, we have now done, we did last week, we did up to 150,000.
Yeah.
Was that what we did? Or up to 250?
Up to 250 and then 250.
All right. Last week we did up to 250,000 and we had a whole segment on it. There was enough properties to do a whole segment. This week we're doing 250 to 350, another whole segment. I don't know what we'll do next week, but there's a lot on the market.
But this, think about this.
Affordable.
The HOA on this is only $140 a month, and it's only 2 miles from the beach. So,
yes.
I
we
mean,
had somebody else who made a comment. Plenty of 1 bedrooms at the very least.
Oh, that's very true.
Absolutely
yes,
agree with you. There absolutely
If you're
are.
okay with a 1 bedroom, you can get a great deal. Again, you got to still watch out on this HOA
Thank you for the
fees.
comment. Yeah, we have to watch out for the HOA fees, but definitely there's plenty that's affordable here in the area, which is what's a great
But again,
draw.
this is a great option for a lower HOA fee. Now you don't have all the amenities, but you have the close proximity to the beach, a brand new home, a good amount of space in there, and a good HOA price. So I felt like that was a good option to show.
One,
we have Surfside also has a lot of really older condo complexes as well. And moving down to Pawleys Island, of course, there's a little less options again, but this is on the True Blue golf course, and you can do short-term rentals.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that is 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1,300 square feet for $269. I think that's pretty good for Pawleys Island.
It is good for Pawleys Island. And again, you're looking at something that's going to be a little bit less for the money, but you're in Pawleys, which is a nice area that you know a lot of people want to be in. And so
and this is built in 2003, so not too old, and the HOA is $603 a month, so not unreasonable, you know.
No, 600 for that size or for the 3-2.
But a lot of times off the oceanfront, you're not going to have your electric paid for the most part. That's really what we see on the oceanfront. You're most of the time not. It depends on the complex. Like if it's a townhouse, probably expect to pay your water and sewer. If it's a condo, sometimes they include the water and sewer, but you're still paying your electric. A lot of the HOAs we've seen have gone to only including internet because cable's all streamed these days. So we've seen a change in how that's going with these HOAs. But insurance is the biggest thing you have to ask is the building insurance included? Is my HO6 insurance included? And a lot of times on townhomes, if it's a true townhouse, it's not. If it's a condo, it is. So just make sure to ask about those things so you know the full cost of what you're getting into if you're not doing a single family home. Now, a single family home, the HOAs range from 0, because we showed you with one with no HOA.
Yeah, the one in North Myrtle.
To, 150.
Yeah.
Like they're
Nothing.
really not.
I mean, we're talking so little.
And usually the ones that are higher, you have gated, you have a ton of amenities, maybe a fitness center, you have all that stuff for $150. So I think that's pretty reasonable, but people are worried about that here with the neighborhoods. Our neighborhood HOAs aren't really something to be concerned about.
Not at all.
It's the stuff that's in a condo building. So
yeah, not at all. So I think this is really good options for those people, well, for anybody as we go through the price points, and maybe we go higher next week. But I mean, for the affordability, we said that last week, I'm saying it again this week, what you get for the price anywhere in this area on the Grand Strand, where else can you get that on the coast?
Well, I want to suggest next week that we have a video about there's new appraisal rules going into effect this fall. It's really going to kind of make a lot of commotion in the industry and affect potentially buyers and sellers and realtors and appraisers and lenders.
Tell us what it is now.
I know. So this is a new thing that's just rolling out. It's conventional loans, which usually we see these restrictions in FHA, VA first. Mm-hmm. Conventional FHA, VA probably will follow, but this is going to affect a lot of people because we do a lot of conventional here, not FHA, VA, even though we do have those.
Yeah, but, mostly conventional.
It could affect timelines for closing, price of appraisals, the things you need to tell your agent when you're listing a property, things you need to dig up from your old records. I mean, we should talk about that because I think that's going to be something everybody needs to be aware of.
So maybe we'll do that next week. It will be a surprise. Stay tuned. But if you have questions, if you're watching this later, comment and let us know what you're looking for in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. If you're looking to buy, sell, build, or renovate anywhere at any price point, let us know. There is interesting thing happening with luxury also in Myrtle Beach, and they seem to be flying off the shelf. I did a reel this week talking about that as well. And we had another comment. There we go. Looking good. I like it. Perfect. Well, and if you have any questions, let us know. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is that you make a solid decision. So make sure you're using a professional. We're always talking about that. And if you have any questions, reach out to us here at Carolina Crafted Homes, because we're here to help you. And we just want to make sure that you get the right information. So,
and pray for good weather this upcoming week, because we just started foundation on our new project that hopefully you're following along.
You better be watching about our new project on the channel. They're like
digging foundation today, and it's like thundering. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So if you're on the channel and you're watching us from our YouTube channel, if you're not, go to our YouTube channel. It's Living in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the Harita team. You could also do at Carolina Crafted Homes. But we have a new build. Yeah, we have a new build project that we are going to document every step of the process. And we also have not just documenting the build. At the end of each week, we're doing a walk and we're talking about what went on that week. And it's just Tiffany and I sharing our thoughts behind the scenes.
Well, thanks for watching, y'all. Hopefully this helped, and let us know how we can be of assistance to y'all.
All right, everybody. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you on the next video.
Okie dokie. We have a good neighborhood video coming out this weekend.
Yeah. Check it out.